Good day. I am Shanae Hamilton, a fourth year student at the Cape Peninsula University of Technology. I am currently studying towards an advanced diploma in human resource development, and I have been assigned by my lecturer, Mr. Jerome Kiley, to brief you on the current pandemic we are facing in South Africa to create awareness and to educate you on the following 8 or 9 issues that I will cover in my presentation. First of all, we will cover what is COVID-19, which is also known as the coronavirus. I will brief you on the national statistics, the stages and symptoms of the COVID-19 infections, the main types of COVID-19 transmission in South Africa, ways of preventing COVID-19 transmission, the dynamics of COVID-19 testing, what to do if you are infected, and lastly, what type of treatment you can receive in order to cure or prevent COVID-19. Early 2020, a new virus began generating headlines worldwide because of the unprecedented speed of its transmission. Its origins was traced to a food market in Wuhan, China in December 2019. From there, it spread globally and reached countries as distant as the United States of America, Philippines, and even South Africa. The virus, officially named SARS-CoV-2, has been responsible for millions of infections globally and caused thousands of deaths. The United States of America is mostly affected. The disease is caused by an infection with SARS-CoV-2, which is called COVID-19 and also known as the coronavirus disease 2019. In spite of the global panic, you can't contract COVID-19 unless you've been in contact with someone who has the SARS-CoV-2 infection. National statistics shows that the Western Cape has more than 500,000 confirmed COVID cases at 94,440, of which there are many recovered cases and 3,070 deaths have been experienced. Gauteng has the highest number of confirmed cases, while the Western Cape is the second highest of confirmed COVID cases. The order of highly infected provinces are as follows. Gauteng has the highest, Western Cape is the second highest, Eastern Cape, KwaZulu-Natal, Free State, North West, Mpumalanga, Limpopo, and lastly, Northern Cape has the lowest number of confirmed COVID cases. The number of deaths reported in the Western Cape are totaled at 3,070. The Western Cape has the highest number of deaths at 3,070, followed by Gauteng with 1,932 cases. The Eastern Cape, KwaZulu-Natal, Northwest Limpopo, Mpumalanga, and lastly the Northern Cape has the least number of death cases at 29 and counting. Patients may experience the following. On day 1, you may experience a fever, dry cough, shortness of breath, fatigue, muscle pain, nausea, or diarrhea can be experienced a day or two prior to this. On day 3, people are admitted to hospital, and studies show that more than 550 people contract pneumonia. On day 5, you might experience difficulty breathing, especially when patients are elderly or have pre existing health conditions. Day 7, you may experience shortness of breath. On day 8, pneumonia or acute respiratory distress syndrome may require you to self isolate. Day 9, some patients develop an abscess or infection caused by an aggressive immune response. Day 10 to 11, if patients' symptoms worsen, they are likely to be admitted to hospital or the intensive care unit. On day 12, this is when patients are admitted into the ICU. On day 17 to 21, people will either recover and be discharged or pass away after 2 to 3 weeks. On day 27, some patients stay in hospital for a longer period and would require more treatment, and other patients who have successfully recovered are required to practice good hygiene and social distancing to prevent contracting COVID-19 a second time. With symptoms of COVID-19 infection, you may experience the following: shortness of breath, coughing gets more severe over time, low grade fever that gradually increases in temperature, fatigue, chills, shaking with chills, sore throat, headaches, muscle pains and aches, loss of taste and smell. You might experience difficulty with breathing, discoloration of skin where your lips and face might turn blue, persistent pain or pressure in the chest, confusion, excessive drowsiness, skin rash, loss of speech and movement. Some symptoms may become severe in some people, and for this, you would need to consult with the emergency medical services. 19 transmissions are commonly spread between people through direct, indirect, or close contact with infected people or contaminated objects or surfaces via the mouth or nose secretions, and this includes saliva, respiratory, or droplet secretions. These are released from the mouth or nose when an infected person coughs, sneezes, speaks, or sings. People who are within 1 meter or less with an infected person can contract COVID 19 when the droplets enter into their mouth, nose, or eyes. Therefore, you should always wear a fabric face mask and plastic face guard. Stay at least 2 meters away from others. Wash, sanitize, or disinfect your hands, objects, and surfaces that you frequently make use of. Cover your mouth and nose with a tissue or bent elbow and then discard of the used tissue immediately. The best ways of preventing COVID 19 transmission is to avoid or limit contact with people who show symptoms of COVID 19 or any respiratory infections. You need to practice good hygiene and social distancing to prevent bacteria and viruses from being transmitted. Other prevention tips are to wash your hands frequently for about 20 seconds with warm water and soap, and then to sanitize your hands with 70% alcohol based hand sanitizer to kill germs. Do not touch your face, eyes, nose, or mouth when your hands are dirty. Stay at least 2 meters away from people. Cover your mouth and nose with a tissue or the inside of your elbow when you sneeze or cough, and throw away the tissue you used immediately thereafter. Clean and disinfect any objects that you frequently touch. Always wear a mask and face guard when going into public areas or meeting with people. Self isolation for at least 2 weeks should be done if you show any symptoms or if you have been in contact with someone who has the virus. The dynamics of COVID testing involves the following. If you are showing symptoms, you need to self isolate and make use of self care for a few days. If symptoms become severe, you need to contact your general practitioner. The GP will assess the severity of your condition by doing a telephonic consultation and then prescribing medication as well as providing you with a referral letter to get tested at a hospital or clinic. You will contact the hospital or clinic for an appointment to be scheduled, and confirm where you should get tested. You will then go to the hospital or clinic on the day of the appointment to get tested in a testing booth or designated testing area. Testing of COVID 19 involves inserting a 6-inch long swab into the cavity between the nose and the mouth for 15 seconds and rotating it several times. The swab is then inserted into a container and then sent to the lab for testing. It takes up to 24 hours to receive your results. You will then receive a telephonic phone call from your GP to confirm whether you tested positive or negative. Further treatment will be provided. If you have contracted COVID 19, here's what you should do. Keep calm. COVID 19 is not a death sentence. Many people who contract it recover from it successfully once they receive treatment. Avoid information overload. Not all posts and articles about COVID are necessarily true. Monitor yourself by checking your temperature on a daily basis. Your temperature should be between 35 and 38 degrees. If your temperature is above 40 degrees, you should consult with your general practitioner. Make sure you have a GP or clinic that you can check in with. Self-isolate by separating yourself from others. Ask your family or friends to assist you with physical needs. And lastly, notify people that you have been in contact with so that they can monitor themselves of any similar symptoms that they could experience. Here are the following types of treatments you could use to prevent or cure COVID 19. There is no cure for COVID 19 or no specific treatment that is available. Treatment is supportive, for example, providing oxygen to patients with shortness of breath and managing their fever. Antibiotics do not treat viral infections. However, antibiotics may be required if secondary bacterial infections develop. The medical practitioners would recommend cough medicine, antibiotics, and short-term treatment as preventative measures to treat some symptoms that could worsen your condition or current state. Self-care is one of the treatment measures. If you feel sick, you should rest, drink plenty of water or health fluids, Eat nutritious food such as fruit, vegetables, protein, and high fiber foods. Stay in a separate room from other family members. Use a separate bathroom if it is possible. Clean and disinfect surfaces and your hands frequently. Everyone should keep and maintain a healthy lifestyle at home. Maintain a healthy diet. Stay active by exercising and getting enough natural and pure sunlight and oxygen. Make social contact with loved ones through the internet. Limit social contact and keep social distancing of 2 meters. Keep regular routines and schedules as much as possible. It is normal to feel sad, stressed, confused, or overwhelmed, and therefore it is recommended that you should talk to family, friends, health workers, and also you may seek counseling. Lastly, medical treatment would be recommended if you have mild symptoms and are otherwise healthy. You would need to self isolate for 2 weeks and contact your medical provider or COVID 19 information line for advice. Seek professional medical care if you have a high fever, of which antibiotics would be recommended. Cough medication would be recommended for constant coughing. If you experience difficulty breathing, they will provide you with oxygen if needed. You need to call your GP in advance. Currently, scientists have been working very hard to create a vaccine, and it is possible that they will have a vaccine by the end of 2020. And to conclude, most people who contract COVID have mild or moderate symptoms. Most people who get COVID 19 will recover from it thanks to supportive care. If you have a cough, fever, or experience difficulty breathing, you need to seek medical attention in advance by first calling and consulting with your general practitioner. You need to practice good hygiene and physical distancing to help prevent bacteria and viruses from spreading. COVID 19 will be around for a long time and it will depend on how we handle it. COVID 19 is not a death sentence. For most people, 50% will contract it and not show any symptoms at all, and 99% of people who contract it will get to recover.
know the crazy thing about this virus is this virus don't care about our differences. This virus could care less whether we black or white, whether we Christian, Muslim, or Hindu or atheist. This virus don't care whether we're a celebrity or whether we're a regular person, whether we're Republican or we're Democrat. This virus is attacking all of us as mankind, and it's gonna call for all of us to be united as we fight back. And I believe that as we fight back, we will bounce back. Because we bounced back after the Black Plague. We bounced back after slavery. We bounced back after the Great Depression. We bounced back after the Holocaust. We bounced back after school shootings. We bounced back after Hurricane Katrina. I got no doubt that we'll bounce back and we'll come back stronger, bolder, and better than we did before. I got a message for you, coronavirus. Ain't no COVID-19 gonna stop us from living our dreams. Somebody told me that we're made during hard times. I believe that hard times show us what was already inside of us. I believe that the hard times, the painful times, the perils of life can show us what was already inside of us. I believe it can expose us to who we really are. Consider the healthcare workers who were showing up day in and day out, working 10, 12, 16-hour shifts. They've been great, but this coronavirus is exposing their greatness. Think about the educators who were trying their best to keep our students engaged online. They've been great, they've been powerful, they've been amazing. Teachers been superheroes, but this virus is exposing their greatness. Think about the first responders who's showing up day in and day out for us. They've been amazing, they've been powerful, but this virus is exposing that greatness that's inside them. So I don't think that hard times make us. I believe that hard times show us what we really have within us. You know, for many of us, this social distance thing can be challenging, but though we are apart, may we be united in our love. May we be united in our hope. May we be united in our service to one another, because it's going to take all of us collectively to fight this battle. Some of us will fight by staying home, and some of us will fight by showing up. Some of us will fight while on our knees, and some of us will fight helping the elderly in need. And while this virus is spreading, may our love also spread. That's right, may our love be infectious. May our hope be contagious. And though our churches, temples, and synagogues are closed, may our faith remain open, because we know and believe that what is delayed will not be denied. You know why I can smile in the face of adversity? I can see a day when we're back in restaurants laughing. I can see a day when we're walking through the malls with cheer. I can see a day when we're back in arenas filled with excitement. But until then, let your homes be filled with excitement. Let your homes be filled with laughter and joy. Let your homes be filled with cheer as you hold your loved ones near. I read it, and it says that weeping may endure for the night, but joy cometh in the morning. So I want to just encourage you. I know you're going through a rough patch. I know things for you right now is really rough and really challenging. I know that cloud of depression can be coming over you. Many of you have lost loved ones, family members. Many of you have lost your jobs, and you're trying to figure out how are you going to make it. I get it, but I came to tell you that we will bounce back. At nighttime, it's painful. At nighttime, it's rough. At nighttime, it's real hard. But I promise you, joy will come in the morning. And when that sun cracks the sky, things going to be different. We're going to feel different, and we'll be stronger. We'll be more united. We'll be more loving. The connection will be stronger. So this is not the time to cower. This is not the time to run away. This is the time when we apologize. This is the time that we reconcile. This is not the time to quit on your marriage. This is not the time to throw in the towel. This is the time when you humble yourselves. This is the time when you make the adjustments. This is an opportunity for us as humans to get better, to get wiser, to get stronger, and be more united. And when it's all said and done, we'll come out of this better than we went in before. And I promise you, my friends, if you just hold on, we will be all right. Because our condition will not be our conclusion.
I begin to